Season 2. So today's episode is Season 2, Episode 1, or Episode 16. Let me just... And I have been struggling to come up with ideas lately. And someone in Episode 10 through 15 in the comments gave a great suggestion. So please, feel welcome to suggest some ideas because I'm out of ideas. Well, let's start off. Let's start off over here in Asia. So in episode 15 we had, between episode 10 and 15, we've had this team right here, like Korea, Japan. We've had this pink team. We've had like the Mexico and orange team. Which, we are going to start off with some exploration by the pink team. And we're gonna start off by having them explore more into the we're gonna have them expand into and also we have Mexico doing some stuff. So Mexico discovers that they call the explorers back because it starts to get very mountainous. So that's not discovered yet. And let's see. We are going to have these two expand. And let's see. So we are going to have them expand like that. And then they're actually going to draw some good looking borders. And then we're going to have Mexico also draw some good looking borders. No, actually, wrong. Wrong, thing. Nope. Hold up. Let me... Okay. And also, I forgot to give the pink team a capital. And it's going to be right here. Actually, no. It's going to be right there. I thought it... Well, anyway. Also, I gotta give this nation a capital. It's gonna be right there. Is there any other nations that don't have a capital? Well, now let's go over here. So we've had some... Africa's slowly getting more and more colonized. So we're gonna start off with the pink team colonizing that. And also we're gonna start off with the blue team taking some more land. But they kind of don't... They kind of stick along the coast mostly. because there's something called a desert, and they expand that far down. And then they make a little colony in over here in Africa. So right there. And also we have the pink team doing some more exploring on their camels. They kind of follow like the Nile River kinda. And also they're basically taking the entire Nile. That's basically what they're doing. Green also sends some explorers and they explore this way. Well, and also some more pink explorers explore that way. And before the pink team can completely cut the blue team off, they they just take some more land. And also they take that little island. And then the pink team snatches up that, which they're in the same alliance. This is just friendly rivalry. Nothing too serious. And also they do that. And that's it for their expansion. But now green team. Oh, green team. They kind of take the crosshairs of the crosshair of the Nile, which there's more out there. I'm not gonna spoil it though. Well, I already kind of did. And they basically just take all this, for some reason, except that area. Like, they just decide not to take this area. I have no idea why. But now back to this. Green team expands their colony. Basically along the entirety of the coast. So yeah, now we're starting to, these three nations are starting to really fill in over here. And I know I said they wouldn't be expanding for a while, but they they have these guys started like stabilizing their nation, and I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna say this right now. These guys are now officially like the most stable country in the entire world. Like n- like there's only like 10 like there's like basically robbers are non-existent, like thieves and all that stuff. The people that get killed in this country is like 100 a year, and for this big of a country that's very good, I'm pretty sure. And like just very peaceful. So, and also their economy's booming. So, this is a very big era for them. Like a nice big successful era. Yeah. And also like they just decide not to buy land. And they unite their countries even more by expanding that. So they're kind of like a blob now, but they see this in the north. Yeah, this. There's and also Alaska. Oh, also Alaska is also having a piece of no, an era of peace and prosperity. So they're going to expand quite a bit. And they ask their citizens for most of the things they do. So the citizens said they can the citizens supported the expansion because also they heard of this in the north and they start going at it again. Like these guys are super stable. So the reason why these guys are not collapsing is because they're stable. So we, the so we have I'd say they're the first most stable and peaceful. Second most stable, peaceful. The third most stable and peaceful is probably yeah, the red team. The fourth is this, and then the fifth is the lavender team. Like they're just very peaceful right now. So yeah. And the 26th power ranking. Hold on, who's the 23rd? Oh. These guys are still stronger. These guys went up in power ranking because stability does help with power ranking, but not majorly. These guys are still pretty stable though. And now let's yeah, California wouldn't be able to snatch up anything unless they went to war. Yeah, no. Plus Mexico already took yeah, basically the entire coast is taken. And also there's no other countries on the and there's basically no other free continents. I mean, there is South America, but orange team's basically dominating down there. And also there's no one close. I don't think someone would want to go example this person. Well, no, this country do 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 do. Like the orange team capital's here. South America's down there. They're pretty close. And also that's pretty I mean, yeah. I mean, that's their farthest colony. And as I said in episode 15, I need to well, I'm going to try and make these videos faster, but it's the start of the colonization era, so we're going to have some more colonizing. First, by the green team. Shoot, hold up. And they are going to take some more of that. I mean, yeah. They also take some more of this. And the orange team is going to take more of this. And also some coast. If I just add, this looks like a nose, and then like an eye right there, just a giant mouth. Just okay. Well, anyway, let's see. You know what we need? We need some war. Like this is our version of Daily Britain. This is our version of Daily Britain here. So yeah, let's do that. I mean, part of it is Britain, so that also helps. So let's start with these two. So this blue country wants full power of the the old French New England. So they're gonna start their invasion, which let's see. Hold on, let's check out the power rankings. 31 and 30. So these guys are barely more powerful, but these guys they have something called allies, like just individual allies, not like a huge alliance. They have they um this one is controlled like these they became independent, but they still they it's kind of like a dominion. Like they did want to become independent and were part of the revolution, but after that they regained ties with the French with New England. So they have the OGs as their allies, and also they could get some land back, maybe. And also they have the Lavender team as their ally, so they are able to send a letter to Lavender. Yeah, the the governor, well, leader, and something called hold up. And yeah. So basically these got well they start pushing back and also they start pushing through here. Capital's taken and they were stubborn so they didn't surrender. Okay. Now time for the peace treaty. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back with the peace treaty and here we have like this southern part getting taken and basically like everything past this line right there. I think. Well, anyway, now let's get on to I'm gonna change some power rankings, so I'll also be right back. So the Brittany team got everything past like this this line. They got everything past this line, I'd say so. And also Lavender team got like all this. So yeah. Now let's go down here. Actually, nah, we're gonna stay at Brittany. They are gonna say they are they all of a sudden just have a goal to discover something new, like a new continent or something, or just get more land. So they send some explorers. They discover some islands. Hold up. Yeah, they discover some islands, which hmm, I mean, yeah, that would be a pretty good naval base. Yeah, which they decide to colonize these islands. Also, also they're supposed to be bigger. Well, I'm just gonna make the islands bigger. I'm gonna color the black and replace it with that. And because why not? Like modifying. So they find islands that are pretty large. And I'm going to be right back with drawing the borders. As long as I got my suit and tie. Okay, I am back and I drew the outlines. Well, anyway, after they claim all these islands, they continue going down. They run into Orange Team. They continue sailing down. And they are the first people to use the new canal Orange Team built. And they use the canal. They find some more islands. They just run into. They don't bother in claiming them because what they calculated, it's very far away. They kind of just keep going till they stop right there, and they come through there, and they find a bunch of islands. Wait, why does that white look slightly discolored? Yeah, that's discolored. Yep, there we go. They find a bunch of islands. They find this large one, and then they get caught in a giant storm right here. So hold on, let me just. They get caught in a giant storm and they crash onto the shore. Their boat broken, and also they lost their map. So even if they were to build the new boat, they don't know how to get back. So they kind of explore the surrounding area, and they. Oh, let's go. Okay, I'm back, and I made a new color. So they explore around a bit, and their goal is to. What from what they know, they're basically stranded. So their goal is to refine civilization, which is probably not going to happen for a very, very, very long time, and I guarantee. And you will see what I have plans for. Well, I have some great plans for them in the next episodes. I just made them up in my mind right now, and also from the original comment suggestion. Shout out to let's see. Shout out to Liamalism dash BQ8FD. I'm not sure if I pronounced that correct, but shout out to him. Well, let's go in the north now. So, Um, and trust me, that one single thing is gonna spark some worldwide events. So they these two find each other and they send explorers, but then they get close to the Arctic Circle. Well, then they get like very cold and stop. They also Yellow team explored some islands on their own. Like they just island hopping basically, which goes pretty well, but they don't go past like this because coldness. And all of mainland all of mainland North America is explored. And also, look, color picker, some some expansion is done. We got ketchup and mustard. I just realized ketchup and mustard. Anyone got plans for the ketchup and mustard duo? Someone give me an idea for what to do with these two. It's gonna be hilarious. I'm calling this the mustard country and the no ketchup country and mustard country. Well, anyway, back to Alaska. The citizens, ah yes, the citizens give the approval of expansion and like big expansion. I mean, like they kind of grab up these lakes and then kind of. So that's what they do. And let's see. Let's do like a population, not a population map, but just population. Number one, I'd say is definitely Orange Team. Orange Team definitely. Why is the map seem blurry to me, like far out? Okay, my vision's okay. Well, Orange Team's number one. I'd say Alaska number two. This Caspian Sea country number three. Yeah, that's top three, I'd say. I'm still standing after all this time. Well, anyway, I'm gonna re-grab this country, like no that color, and we're gonna put it somewhere up here. It's too light though, so a bit darker, just a bit darker. And they're gonna create a new country right there. And their capital is gonna be right there. And let's see. We are also gonna have some more new nations. First, let me just sink something to the bottom of the ocean. Well, now, let's see. Dark green. They come from these four countries. So, them, them, and them. They're kind of they're kind of against people abusing nature for its resources. So they're basically going to block off the entire desert. by just claiming the entirety of the edge. I mean, yes, they could fly over, but because they don't want to like grab too much or else they'll collapse. So they're gonna slowly take the entire desert. But also right after their creation, they start expanding because every single person that lives here wants to reserve. Uh, their goal is to reserve as much natural resources as possible. And by the way, I'm just coming up with these ideas off the top of my head, so I don't have like I just think of it like right there and then. And mm, yeah, they already claimed all of it. And their capital is they want their capital. Well, actually, yeah, they want a capital, but they don't want it in like the middle of the desert where it will affect like they're gonna do it more towards like over here, like so they're gonna do it in more like civilized areas. So like right there, that's a pretty now goody goody. So first of all, we could all say that orange is taking on most of the continent, and that's not fair. Well, boo-hoo. Well, orange right here on this coast, they kind of just say, "Screw this. We don't want this anymore." Because there's just a crap ton of violence and stuff here. So, orange unowns that land, and red, wanting to expand, seeks the opportunity. But you can't just start claiming land. Like, you can't just start creating a colony without someone else, like, trying. So, red cuts them off, but, like, so they literally they bump into each other. So this is what like is claimed, but this is like the actual like where the people are. So they're gonna have disputed. Well, they actually just straight up they just start a war because yeah, like you can't just. So red quickly sends more military to down here, and orange sends red a letter and says, "Be careful. There's a lot of violence in here." And they'll be like, "Oh, there's no way that's gonna be a problem." And they're fighting a war. Like during them fighting a war, this happens. Just hold up. It's a bit dark. Like during that, this is what happens. Just these people didn't like the orange team, but the orange team was. But once a weaker country, yeah, it doesn't go that well. Basically, so red instantly lets the people be independent. They still get to keep some of the colony though. They take most of the inland. Well, there. And continuing with the red and green war, they have white peas, so green gets that and red gets the rest. So now back to over here. They have changed their goal already. They have decided that like they don't really honestly they don't really like civilization anymore, and they thought that everything's kind of like just stuff doesn't feel right. So using they're going to start trying to invent new stuff. So their population is actually like skyrocketing. And yes, they brought um well, um yes, their population. Well, I'm just not going to say it. Well, yeah, they quickly start exploring. So they start like exploring the coast. They have some people go that way and some people go up. And they figure out this. And they just decide whatever this is, they're not going to leave it. And they're not going to leave it until they feel like it. And they don't feel like leaving it. They also send some explorers down that way, but they run out of supplies. So they go back up. And so like their goal is to just become like super insanely powerful and also get like very advanced. So they're basically honestly the color of their country kind of fits. Well, anyway, honestly I'm gonna do purple for theirs. No, I'm gonna do green. Actually like a darker green. Their capital is gonna be right there. And so next we're gonna have the orange team deciding to get some more peaceful land. So they discover there. They also just straight up send expeditions, but there's very dense forests. Actually, hold up. They um basically they make a landing, but the forests are so dense they only get that far. Okay, and well Mexico comes up, well comes from the north, but also the dense jungles. Well, they know that Hong Kong exists, so they just yoink that up. And also and they also just take that. And also they take a little colony right there. And also they decide to. So, they decide that. And honestly, that's going to be it for today's episode. So, I'll see you in episode 2 of season 2. See ya.